Hey everyone, my name is Lydia Johnson. My parents are the ones who are actually in charge of Onward Productions, and they asked me if I would be willing to come on here once a week and share a lesson with you that I have learned throughout my week. Um, so, a little background on what I'm going to be doing. I have been writing in a journal for almost 5 years now. Um, I just started when I was in a kind of hard place, and I needed a place to, put my feelings down, put my thoughts in, and that's where journaling came in. And it's made a huge impact in my life, and I've been able to learn so much through journaling. It's crazy. When I started journaling, I never thought it would help me as much as it has. And it's been amazing to see what's been able to happen through letting myself, feel, letting myself think. Um, so, throughout a lot of high school, I struggled with my mental health, and journaling became a vital part of helping myself through that. And I've been able to learn a lot about the things that I struggle with and how to cope with them and help others, help myself. And along with that, there's been a lot of good things I've been able to write about too. The sunsets, the tender mercies, the miracles. It's amazing. Like if you aren't journaling, then you need to be because it's amazing what it's been able to do for me. Um, when I was younger, when I was going through these times and journaling about them, I don't know. I used to think like, okay, like it's hard right now. It's a challenge. It's a trial. But one day it's gonna be over. I'm gonna conquer it, and this will be done. This is just for a period. And I guess that's partly true because, we don't have, I don't know, some of our trials don't like last forever, but there's always going to be hard in our lives and in the world. There's a lot going on, and there is really no escape from, living through the hard. And I think that's okay. It's hard to think about sometimes, like, oh my gosh, like there's going to be hard times forever, but I think that's okay. We won't be able to be at peace every day, but we will always have the good around us inside this bad that we have to face sometimes. Something I actually wrote about recently um, is kind of about this. I'll just read it because I can't really summarize it. Um, I wrote, "There's so much beauty around me, and I have the potential to use it to fill my life with beauty and goodness. Obviously, I don't always feel good or light, and not everything in this world is good. But because of the good that exists in the world, there's always potential for me to see the good, be good, and do good. We can't get rid of light. It will always be here. The sun will always rise." And that is true. The light is always going to be here. But so will the hard times. Um, but something that actually happened this week was I was having a bad day. Like it was not good. Things were not going good. I wasn't feeling the best. And I don't know, it's one of those, I guess, heavy days. And usually when I feel that way, I quickly like find a distraction. I don't want to feel that way. Like who wants to feel bad? Who wants to feel heavy? Who wants to feel sad? Nobody wants to. And I was looking for that distraction. And normally for me that's watching a video on YouTube, um, scrolling through TikTok or Instagram, scrolling through Pinterest. But in this moment, for some reason, I knew I had to just let myself feel, and that's not something I allow myself to do very often. And as I let myself feel, I mean, I after that was over, I realized something that I hadn't really realized before, and that was that yes, being happy is good, and we all want to feel happy. We all want good things to happen in our lives, but if we don't allow ourselves to feel the sadness that comes our way, our any anger, the pain, if we don't allow ourselves to feel those things, how there won't be room for the joy that we want to feel in our lives, those good experiences we want. So I don't know. It was a cool realization for me to be able to allow myself to feel whatever I was feeling. To realize I didn't have to be okay. I feel like there's a lot of pressure sometimes that we have to be okay. We have to, put on a good face for people. But the truth is, none of us are ever going to be okay all the time, and that's okay. Um, we need to feel those things. We can't hold on to them, because if we keep them all inside us, then there's no room for that happiness. And that was so important for me at that time. And I hope that any of this that I've said has helped at least some person out there. And yeah, before I go, I'm going to share a quote that I found on Pinterest. I'm not sure who wrote it, but it says, "Be honest and vulnerable. That's what makes you feel human. And feeling human, the good and the bad, is what life is." Life is about the good and the bad. Um, it's what we're gonna have. We can't change that. And I hope that you know that it's okay to feel. It's so okay, no matter what it is. And even though it feels like it's gonna be there forever, um, there's always that good. And sometimes it takes longer, I know, but trust me, it's so worth the wait. And oh, it's so worth it. And thank you all for coming and seeing this message, coming and watching. Hopefully these get better as I keep going, but I hope you all have the greatest day ever, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.